What's up everybody, Sirius here. This amazing game, Marvel Strike Force, got a significant update on the 14th of July. One of the major things that came in the update is the 3 new characters. The first you're already seeing at the moment is Squirrel Girl. Those of you that have been keeping up with the blog post for this game will know who the other two are, and those who weren't aware probably would have noticed the other two new faces in the new initial loading screen. Back to Squirrel Girl though, here is some quick info on the new character. She is part of a new team in-game called the Young Avengers. There are 3 other members already in the game, and they are Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and America Chavez. So that means you need to come up with who you think will fit well as a 5th member. They give a brief breakdown of her kit. She will be providing some heals, and as a support will cause bleeds as well as offense down on the opposing team. She has the ability to ignore stealth as well as taunt. She also provides a lot of drain to herself and to her Young Avenger allies. Finally, it mentions when her campaign will be coming to the game, and that is on the 24th of July, the Unbeatable Education event campaign. As always, those who want to recruit her early can do so by visiting the offer section in the store. As she is a new character, there will be an increase of 15% on the drop rate for her and the raid star orbs. Next we get some details on the new store that was active from the moment the new patch went live, and that is the Ultra Store. Here you can find other uses for the Ultimus Orb Fragments, those that you get when you find shards for characters you have already maxed out. For anyone that has these in abundance will be able to take advantage of this store immediately. In the store you'll be able to buy purple gear in the supply section, or in the orb section they will be some orbs which are similar to the purple gear blitz orbs, but instead they'll be for orange or gold gear. So you'll have the option to choose an orb for which type of character you're upgrading, whether they're a bio, mutant, mystic, tech, or skill character. Depending on their origin, you can get the orb that suits that character, then you'll get a chance at getting gear used by their origin or trait. On top of that, they have also changed the way the Ultimus orbs perform by increasing the chances of getting the drop, which will have 15 or more shards for Ultimus in the center pillar. However, I still think they need to address the bigger issue in that you should not get shards for characters you've already maxed out. After getting 2,000 fragments to open one orb already takes time. It is deflating to be rewarded with fragments as a result, because you get the character that you've already maxed out, and usually the minimum amount of Ultimus shards. The other thing is, to get the orbs or supplies from the store, you need to have what would amount to 2 or 3 orbs, or basically 4 to 4,500 orb fragments. That's just for some purple gear in the supply section. But if you wanted to open an orb, you would need to have the equivalent of 5 Ultimus orbs, or 10,000 orb fragments. On top of that, they also tell us in the notes that they're going to be introducing a cap. So that means that people can't really hoard the Ultimus fragments. However, it's unclear how high or how low that cap will be. Next, we're going to take a look at the overall patch notes. It mentions Squirrel Girl as well as the other 2 new characters, who are Emma Frost and Beast. As you might have seen at the start of the video, or whenever you launch into the game at the moment, you will see those 3 new characters in the center of the initial loading screen, like it was when the 3 were Domino, X-23, and Negasonic. So that seems to be a trend, which is a nice way of showcasing the new additions with each patch in the future. It mentions what was said earlier about the Ultimus or Ultra Store, something that is pretty small but a quality of life improvement, in the form of an advanced options setting where you can set it to show the total amount of any item in the supply store which you already have in your inventory. And as someone who constantly checks each item to see how many I have, and therefore if I need it, this will really make checks to the supply store after a refresh much faster, so that is a really welcome improvement. Though it's in the advanced options section, which can be easily missed, just go into the options at the top right when you're viewing the main menu, scroll down a touch or so, and you'll see advanced in caps underneath the version number. And then you'll see a list of checkboxes. You can check whichever ones you feel will benefit you. Me personally, I have allow portrait screen orientation, which is the one that you can see sometimes now, where you can get a real nice look at all of your characters, or certain screens in the game you can view in portrait, so you can see a long list as opposed to having to scroll a lot. I also have the open multiple orbs at once. I also have the cycle through save squads and blitz menu, which is one of my personal favorites, so that you can just quickly find the next team to blitz with. And then right at the bottom of that list, you'll find item count in store, which is the one that you're looking for the new thing that we just talked about. Then going back to the update notes, it mentions that there is a milestone selection screen visual update. They added more clearly the time remaining for each milestone and made it easier to differentiate between live milestones and previews. They mentioned the Squirrel Girl Unbeatable Education event campaign. Then they say they have crushed or removed bugs and polished visuals. As always, they finish by saying how the full notes can be accessed on their website. Next, yes, there is more. They mention an update on character availability by saying that from now on, Cyclops and Red Skull have been added to the Orbs, Ultimus, Basic, Premium, and Mega, as well as being available in the supply section of the store. They add that they have removed Mordo, Wasp, and Miss Marvel from just the Mega Orb to keep that orb's content exciting and up to date. Then to close, they gave us a nice little reward at the end of maintenance, which included some free energy, war currency, among other items. Now let's get a poor, but still a preview of the new characters, starting with Squirrel Girl, shown here with her squirrel tippy toes. Then we have Emma Frost, and finally Beast, who has a unique animation in that he's upside down. A quick look at the new section in the store. As you can see, it's quite expensive for what they are offering. It really seems catered more to those who have perhaps already maxed out Ultimus, which is insane. To close, the new loading screen, which features Squirrel Girl and Tippy. And here we are at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like the video, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.